Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. The printer has had a major breakdown today, so I'm going to have to read these off my phone, Shank. Fear not, it's going to be very professional.
How will we survive?
Don, is Maresca the new Postecoglou? Started brilliant, but now seems to have been found out by the Premier League.
That's a bit harsh. I thought the pundits off the back of the Liverpool game when Tottenham lost it at Anfield 4-0, I thought they were really harsh, called it a shambles, called it shambolic, like really laid into Postecoglou. I thought going there, like Leverkusen have lost there and Real Madrid have lost there.
Yeah, but it was the manner of the defeat, wasn't it, Don? It was lifeless. There was no fight, no drive. What, 2 fouls was it in the first half?
I know.
Fans want to see some heart, don't they?
True. I get that, but I just thought the pundits were going way over the top under the circumstances that you had no one fit. And at the same time as well, and the boys will tell you, Dan, when this group of players, and the youngsters have come out of this with so much credit, the likes of Archie Gray, Bergvall, they'll come out of this with a lot of credit. But the boys will tell you, and it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse, it's a fact, that they've been playing the same 11, same 12 players, Saturday, Tuesday, Tuesday.
But they haven't been getting any better, Don.
But because they can't, because they're shattered. Because they're absolutely going to the well.
Everyone's got a busy schedule, Don. Come on.
No. You're saying everyone's got a busy schedule. What I'm saying is about Tottenham, he's using the same 12 players, 13 players every week. So it's not a busy schedule for them because it's the same players that are going to the well twice a week for 3 months. No one else is doing this. Liverpool rested 2 or 3 players against Plymouth. Look what happened there, and that was a one-off game. So this Tottenham side, these youngsters and the players that have been playing like 1 million games twice a week for 3 months. So I do have a little bit of sympathy for him.
Frank, you were harsh on Spurs. You were on the game after that, I remember, and you said they was lifeless. Are you buying what Don's selling?
A little bit, but it's always hard to find excuses after excuses, and sometimes you have to face the reality of it. And yes, it's true that the number of players, professional top players that Postecoglou has in charge are not big enough to maybe compete with something. But we were expecting something this season, comparing to last season where it was amazing, having changed the spirit of Tottenham. But we didn't see any involvement since then. We saw somebody thinking about playing offensively, but not trying to evolve defensively, and nothing has changed. And this is why we are starting to be a little bit more stricter towards Postecoglou, and that is only fair.
The question is about Maresca. Are you all picking on Paul Postecoglou?
Not with Don. Don turned it.
No, I said I felt sorry for him.
The question about you just hammer Paul Postecoglou. Y'all are terrible.
Oh, Harry's come all the way because the printer's broken. Oh, fantastic.
By the way, honest question. Would Real Madrid be going for a title if you took 8 players out of their team?
Oh, Tom, we're not going over this now.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
All right, calm down. Didn't think Spurs were one of your 8 teams. Right.
No.
Trying to get boxed.
Nice state. Obligatory percentage question for Don. Percentage chance that Chelsea finished worse off than last year. Now, they finished 6th last year. They're sitting 4th at the moment.
Oh, that's a good question.
It is a
good question. It's a 50-50, though. And I'm not just going easy there because they're 4th still. So they're still in contention for a Champions League spot. I think they've got it all on. Forest, I think, are a few points clear of them, but they've got tough fixtures. So it's Forest, Chelsea, Newcastle and Man City. So they're still in there with a sniff. But they might, so 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. Looking at the table. Hold on.
Oh, you're looking at the table? What are you looking for, Shank?
Just to see whether this is...
Shouldn't you have done this sort of research before?
No, but I need to get my percentage. It's all right. Just carry on. Because I'm not giving you a percentage. I just want to get together my
math. What do you need, Shank? I've got the table in front of me.
No, I don't. I need to focus here, Dom.
Frank, is Matoma good enough to play for a top 6 side? And if so, where would suit him best?
Well, according to what I see every time I watch him, I would say yes. I mean, that guy is capable of doing so many things, and I like the commitment every game that he makes, and how he wants to to prove to the coach that he deserves to be playing. So, yeah, he should definitely have a chance to go there and try to prove that he can play for a bigger team with all due respect to the Seagulls. But yes, I think that player has all the tools to do something amazing like he did today on his goal.
He plays for all of them apart from Liverpool. He plays in the City side ahead of Grealish.
Yeah.
Plays in Arsenal side on the left.
Beautiful. Verbruggen, of course, got an assist today.
Yeah.
You were saying that you got assists?
Yeah. I got a couple.
So people have gone through the stats, can only find one assist.
To Les Ferdinand against Aston Villa?
Yes.
Yeah, because nobody gave me credit for my dummy to Anton Ferdinand.
Oh, this is when you went up for a corner and ducked out the way?
No. I saw Anton in a better position than me, so I allowed him to tap in.
Right, I see.
But because of my vision, periphery.
You don't get an assist for jumping out of the way.
Well, no. Well, you see, that's stats now.
OK, you've looked at the table now. Do you want to say anything?
Chelsea are going to finish 7th. 100% 7th.
100% 7th.
Wow.
I love it. Frank, how do you rate your fellow Frenchman, Michael Olise, with 22 goal contributions already at Bayern? Would you say he's been the signing of the season so far across Europe? He settled in well, hasn't he?
Well, it's maybe too big to say that he was the signing of the season across Europe, but he has a big impact. And the goal he scored against Celtic again to the midweek was amazing. I like the spirit of the guy. I like the character and the stamina that he's proving every time that he plays. And he's definitely a future top player, because I think he didn't reach the top yet. He needs sometimes more consistency, but you can feel it. I mean, always seeing him playing for years now, I always felt that he had something special, and I'm happy that he went to a big team in the world, because he has just proven to the world that he's capable of being one of the greatest in the world.
He's one of the most fun players to watch, isn't he? Because you don't quite know what he's going to do. Speaking of not knowing what you're going to do, Don, percentage chance that Frank wins Danse avec le star.
Oh, man.
Well, you're going to have to help me out on the standard. You're going to have to help me out on the standard, Frank. I've not seen the standard.
Well, you have to remember Frank's wife is a dancer.
I'm gonna show you my frame.
Oh, no,
that's my frame.
again.
No, that's not.
Not the face.
Look at that. Magic. Yeah.
It's 3%.
I'm so disappointed. Dan, I'm very disappointed, guys, because I put on Instagram some highlights of my first prime. I really thought that to give me a little bit of credit, you would have shown that, and of course you showed that. Whatever,
yes, yeah,
whatever.
exactly. So, Don, having seen that, and you can't unsee it, as many of us wish we could, what percent? 0.
0. You've got no chance, Frank.
Boy.
Give it up.
Don, I agree with you, Don. On that highlights, I agree with you.
Don, you would do Strictly Come Dancing, yeah, as it is in England?
Of course I would, mate. How much are you paying me? Of course I
It
would.
doesn't matter with you, does it? 10 quid and a box of chocolates.
Give me a box. Put me in a box.
Sandwich.
Give me in a box. Prawn sandwich.
We have prawn sandwich.
First round.
We have prawn sandwich, and I'm there. Oh, boy.
For Frank, Paris FC are moving to a stadium right next to Parc des Princes for next season. Do you like my French? It's amazing.
I was
How
thinking,
intense could that derby
something.
be if Paris FC were to be promoted to Ligue 1 next season? They're currently second in Ligue 2.
Oh, goodness me.
Well, that would be great, but I just want to remind you that Matra Racing was another club in Paris where, for example, Ginola played, Luis Fernandez as well, and some other fantastic player. And we never felt the derby spirit like we can feel in England, also maybe the Classico between Marseille and Paris. So I don't feel that coming up. It's going to be interesting to see. That's crazy about France, where you don't have any city where two teams are sharing the same city, like Liverpool and Everton, like of
Yes.
course London with all the 10 clubs. We don't see that in France. You have Paris, you have Strasbourg, you have Brest, you have Bordeaux, and Lyon Saint-Etienne. Lyon Saint-Etienne is a crazy derby. Crazy derby. Unbelievable. But you don't have teams sharing a city in France. It's incredible. I never seen that. And when Matra Racing were sharing when they were in the Ligue 1 and they were playing against Paris Saint-Germain, I never felt any derby kind of.
Oh, there we are.
No.
Do you see the rugby last weekend, by the way, Frank?
Did I what?
Did you see the rugby last weekend? Were you dancing?
No, I didn't. I saw another one when France won. I don't know, like
this one
something
France
crazy,
lost.
like
I think who did France lose to?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Who did they lose? Oh, England. Yes, that was it. 26-25. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm not interested about rugby. I'm sorry.
No, exactly. Too busy dancing. Right, I think I can guess Frank's answer to this. Frank, who had the best first touch of players that you played with or against?
A couple of players, I would say. David Ginola.
Oh.
I mean, his first touch, first control were amazing. His chest control, his outside of the foot. I mean, Xhaka can witness that, I think he saw that many times.
Assists.
Great. He could turn. He could easily turn, with the first touch, that was great. Of course, Gianfranco Zola. I mean, that guy, amazing. And of course, I have to add Zizou, because Zizou, when he sometimes touches the ball, you don't even know where the ball is. He's the only one knowing where the ball is, but the defender is looking for it.
Not a bad three. What about against, Frank? What about players you played against? You're like, ooh, that was a good touch.
Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis
there.
Bergkamp, I would say, amazing.
Yes.
Who else?
No, you can just give us one. It's all right. The show doesn't need beefing up. That's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Enzo Francescoli, amazing player.
Okay.
Playing
Don?
for Marseille, and
Played with Johnny Barnes at Liverpool.
Not bad.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, of course.
And Paolo Di Canio at West Ham. We used to, after training at West Ham, me and Paolo used to go to a tennis court and we'd play sort of like, hard to explain, but sort of two-touch where, like, if I served, I'd flick a ball up and I'd volley it with my laces to get topspin. And then Paolo's got two touches to bring it back. So he would then chest it, laces, volley back, and then back to me, chest, laces, volley. We'd do that for hours and hours and hours. But his first touch was brilliant. Guys that I played against, Dennis Bergkamp's got it up there. Prozinecki, played against him. Scotland, Croatia, outstanding. You come across so many players where you're just like super impressed.
Against Dennis Bergkamp, a few players in the game have had a better touch than Dennis Bergkamp, so he's an easy answer. Played with David Batty at Newcastle.
Really?
Which totally would go under everybody's radar as a hard tackling defensive midfielder. Done talking about playing little games, David Batty won all the little games, those little keepy-uppy games, anything that players played together. David Batty won every single one quite easily. I'm telling you, he had some first touch. Don't challenge me, Don.
I believe you.
Challenge me, Dad.
I believe you. Don't call me Don. That is it. We are done. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck this weekend, Frank. We're dancing avec le star. Thank you.
Good. Hey, why are you wearing your pajamas?
Oh, don't look at that bit.
What's on there?
All that bit. ESPN FC then is back on your screens tomorrow.